Life is like a. Come on, Katie, think of lyrics. It's been we're gone this long. I don't think this all the way through. I've got ooh woo you. Come on, Katie. Take the song and add some lyrics, Katie.
Okay.
Woo. Ah. I
Jordan
can't
is
do
real
this
great
by
and
myself.
he's
Go,
awesome, yeah.
Katie.
Woo. Everything is fun because we're together.
Ooh woo.
We're podcasting and it's gonna be real fun, yeah.
Ooh woo. There we go.
That was
Welcome
just
to the
mostly
Weird
us singing
Flex.
over each other. But okay, podcast. Hello, everyone. We are back. We were on like a 2-month break there, just having a good old grand time doing lots of things off screen and whatnot. And oh boy, we have stories to tell, I suppose. And yeah, just Jordan, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm good. I found my superpower.
Oh?
Yeah, I have a superpower that I found out.
What is that?
Whenever I am caffeinated, but I'm also experiencing PostNut Clarity, I am an extremely overpowered individual.
Oh,
because
no.
like I am naturally hyper. I have super high energy naturally. So I rarely drink coffee or caffeine because it makes me like super hyper to the point where I can't focus. But when I do take caffeine, I become like super powered and run around, but I also get super horny. So like the thing is, once I am post-nut claritied and I am caffeinated, I have just got all this energy to get shit done with no lusting over boobs and butts. So I am extremely overpowered in this regard, and I can get a ton of stuff done and get everything done. So yes, I found my superpower. That's what I've been up to.
Magical. So the secret to life is anytime you have an important thing to do, you just have to nut first so that you can like...
Nut first and have a caffeine shot.
Of course. Okay. We're learning something here.
Yes.
So for the folks at home, this is totally scientific advice.
Yeah, no, this is for me because I'm naturally hyper. I don't know about other people. Other people get that post-nut fatigue where it's just like, I just want to lay here for a bit.
That's me.
am now busted. Yeah.
Like after I go, I'm just like, all right. Like, because you know how when you're in the horny zone, how you're just like, oh yeah, everything is awesome and we're getting it, heck yeah, and then afterwards my mannerisms immediately shift to like dragging on a cigar, like
yeah,
like I just go like down, like so down. I'm just like,
just take a nap afterwards.
Where am I? Who are you? Get out of my. Who are you? Where am I? Where's
Go
my
away.
money?
Yeah, leave me alone now. I've done my thing. I just need to marinate for a second.
Like, it's so weird how you can feel like that shift in your brain where you're just like, oh yeah, everything is, oh, okay, where am I? I just need to lay it. Like, it's such a dramatic shift. It's really funny. Like, I know everybody has different, like, I guess, experiences with it, but for me, it's so interesting. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I feel like bad. Like, if I sleep next to like a girl who like me and them had like a thing the night before, because like I always wake up like horny. So it's just like, I don't want to just be like, oh, well, care to go again right away. Cause it's just like, oh, dang it. I've got my man right here. So I need to go into the bathroom because I'm waking up with a hot girl sitting next to me, laying next to me. So it's just like, okay, we're again. Let's wake up. Naturally. Yeah, and of course it would not be the Weird Flex But Okay podcast without us starting it by talking about being horny, because I mean, duh.
I horny. Did you see that video of that VTuber like, I horny?
Oh my god.
Did you see that one?
You know, I don't think I have.
Hold on.
But,
I'll link it to you.
well, while you're getting that link up, I am going to go ahead and just jump into something real quick. So we've been on break for a little bit. We've got some announcements, and the first announcement is that we want to thank our patrons that stood by us during the heckin' little break we were taking. Thank you so much. Want to give you guys a shout out: Joe Svander Grinder, Adrian Leinard, Carsonator TTV, The Swagnamite, Windstorm 555. Tina Bros, Christopher Kaiser, Kimberly Calderon, Michael Betters, and Zaid. Wah. And I need to go back through the Patreon to just super make sure that everything is squared away, that I've got all the names right, all that good stuff. Just, oh no. What is this? I'm scared. I'm really scared. Oh my god.
Yes.
I love that the clip starts with "Horny."
Horny.
She's like,
I'm horny. Yeah, I
oh my
love that.
god, VTubers.
Horny.
I've seen so
I'm
much.
horny.
But yeah, another thing that we wanted to let you guys know is one change we were gonna kind of try to do, because we've been super heckin' busy, and potentially for the foreseeable future we might be even more busy.
Yeah.
Because I've got some stuff I'd like to share, and I'm sure Jordan has stuff he'd like to share about what he's been working on. But
Yeah.
the Weird Flex But Okay podcast, we are going to be doing once a month now. So we're gonna be probably recording near like the beginning of the month, but it might change out. But this is for the month of October, so you can probably expect it within like the first week or two of each month. And yeah, we'll answer questions from the email. We have like a stockpile of questions that were submitted that we are excited to get through, and we would love if you would continue to send them, because we want to answer them. And since we'll just be doing it once a month, maybe the episodes will be a little longer.
Yeah, they are longer.
Yeah, probs, honestly. Like, we'll see how long this one goes, but we can just take our time with it, and that's like pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how it be happening and stuff. And just thank you to the patrons that make it to where we can pay for the podcast, because it costs about $15-16 a month to keep it up on SoundCloud, to keep all the files up, and we want everybody to be able to listen to it.
Yeah,
and
thanks,
be able
y'all.
to download it wherever.
Y'all are the real heroes.
Oh god. Anyone's been watching The Bois. The Bois is like a show right now that has been destroying me. And that last
Yeah, I
episode
got
just
her to
still got
watch
me
it.
Fucked up. Oh my god, yeah.
I've got all my friend group to watch it. I got Paleo to watch it.
fucking me up.
I got Saber to watch it. I got you to watch it. I'm gonna get Hero to watch it. I've gotten everyone to watch it. Yeah, that is such a good show.
A lot. It's been great though. I'm so excited for the next episode. Like, dude,
That's the season finale too.
It's been fucking me up, fam. Watch The Bois. It's so good. Oh my god.
Yep. It
But
is
like,
so damn good.
real quick, I really want to go into some stuff that I've been up to. Like, just want to update you peeps, because if you follow me on Twitter, Connie Day Official, you probably see me update. But there's a lot that like goes on that I don't, I guess, tweet about per se. But maybe I can talk about it on the pod. So with like Kruby Productions and whatnot, I've kind of stepped into more of a producer role. I still do, like, I'm a voice actress, and I do a lot of the stuff at Kruby, but I'm kind of in a higher position now, and so I've been a lot more busy with Kruby stuff lately, which has been really interesting, because we've got some hopeful changes that we can make in the future that will make it to where we have a lot more interesting content to share.
Yeah.
That'd be really neat. But then I've also, on the voice acting front, I've been heckin' recording shit, and I actually did like 2 games recently, which is really cool, and whenever those come out, I'm excited to share them. And I've seen like previews from the games and like heard my voice, and it's really cool. And like, it's kind of been a milestone bucket list thing to be in a game for me. So I guess the milestone hasn't been marked yet because the games aren't out, and I guess I'll announce them when they're out. But it was really cool, and I'm just stepping up in life, heckin' doing it. And then
Congrats.
one thing I was really excited about is the new episode of Sword Art Online Abridged came out from the guys at Something Witty Entertainment, and I'm in the episode.
Hell
Pretty
yeah.
cool. And then the Schmuck Squad, they do a lot of cool abridged stuff. I got cast as Makomo.
Nice.
In their Demon Slayer abridged, and I recorded with them recently.
Awesome.
And that's pretty cool, because like these are some abridged people that I think are really fucking cool, and I'm working with them now. And keep an eye on my Twitter is all I'm saying, because I might have more announcements for more things soon, maybe. Who knows?
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, it's been pretty lit, fam. I'm doing my best, and we're making it happen. But
Awesome.
yeah, Jordan, what are some like projects and stuff you've been doing?
My mega TMNT video. I've been working hard on that, and I'm finally on the editing process. It took me forever to finish the script. It's like a 40-page script, which was fun to do, but it's gonna be one of my magnum opuses. And also I've been doing my Goku Tough Like the Tunes, which is gonna be coming out sometime in the next couple of weeks, which will be fun. I'm doing my month of Halloween, which I've been doing since 2016, so it's a monthly tradition for my channel. So tomorrow later tonight I'll have a new video out for that. And yeah, it's just been grinding, but yeah, those are pretty much what I've been working on. And then of course the online coaching thing, and then I've got a new program program coming up for December, this dumbbell program, which you only need your dumbbells for to work out, because I've done body weight follow along programs, and this one's going to be a follow along program, and I have an app and all this other stuff, because all I do is work.
All he does is work,
Yes.
work no matter what.
Yep. And then I work, and I can have a robot girlfriend like the specials site we watched yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That'll be so good, Katie.
Our friendship has not changed in the sense that Jordan will recommend random hentai, and I'll be like, oh, what are you showing me this time, Jordan?
And
God
you liked
damn
it, so shut it.
It was great, so whatever. I don't care. Baka. It's not like it was good or anything.
It was.
Whatever.
Watch episode 2. It's even better.
Oh, my God. Maybe I will. You know,
Yeah, you will.
Maybe.
I know for a fact you will, because you'll like it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll link it while you're talking.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, there you go. Keep talking. I'll find the second episode right for you right now.
Oh my
Yeah, come
God.
on. Keep talking. Here.
No, I refuse.
All right, well, you're talking by saying you
There's
refuse. So,
no!
haha. I've already won.
Well, all right. We've gone over how we're doing. We've updated them on stuff. Okay, I think it might be time to jump into some questions from our listeners.
Sure.
All right. Well,
Oh, yeah,
I
this
guess
one's
we
got a
can
hot thumbnail,
start-
so yeah, I'll just link that
oh my
right here.
God damn it.
Yeah,
I guess we can
exactly.
start with the one that you got from our community tab.
Okay, from my community tab. All right, let's see. Oh, shit, I'm getting kind of distracted by this thumbnail. Let me put it away here. All right, yeah, here we go. Let me go to this community tab. All right.
Oh, yeah, we have all the copy pasted in the chat.
Yeah, I know I said that. I want to solve it, Katie. Okay. All right, here we go. Questions from community tab. That's me. Hey, Jax and Katie. Big fan of the pod. My question is, if you two never met each other back in the day, how would your lives be different right now? Danny. Hey, Danny. Good. Thanks for your question. So I'll let Katie talk it up first. I want to see this. So if I hadn't made that tweet that you responded to about voice actors, and then I didn't make that second tweet that baited you into talking about donuts,
Of course. Yeah, naturally.
How would you be different 2 years from now?
I'm trying to...
Well, I guess it was 2 years. Yeah, well, yeah, it's already...
It's been like 2 years now, hasn't it?
Yeah, 2 years.
Because I was still in college. Because you
Yeah.
came to my graduation.
Yeah, I did.
Aww.
Aw, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
It's really hard to say how someone's life could be different, because when someone becomes such like an important part of your life, you know, it's hard to imagine how it could have ever been any different, I guess, because it becomes such, you know, because it becomes your normal. Like, this person is like someone that is there. Like, this is the normal. Like, I guess if I had to say, though, I wouldn't, like, I think the only things that would change are the fact that all of the great things he's brought to my life I wouldn't have had. And some of those great things are, he really felt like a friend that I could, like, call and cry to, and like, cause there's a difference. Like, you have different people in your life that, you know, do different things for you, and like that you do different things for them, and, you know, everyone serves like a different purpose in your life, just like you serve them, like, cause that's what friendship is. And I think that the connection that we've had has been like a situation where, you know, we've really been there to support each other. And I think that maybe when I was going through the struggles that I was going through, having you in my life helped, because you offered perspectives that I didn't have from other people in my life. And you were the type of friend that maybe filled like the type of friendship void that I didn't have with another type of person. Like, cause I have other friends, and, you know, I have my partner, but like, there's varying types of relationships that can serve different purposes in your life, can be very, very good. And you definitely provided like someone that I could lean on in those moments. And like, I think my life would be very different if I didn't have you to help me through some of those times. I mean, cause not to say that I'm not strong enough to get through stuff, but like, everyone needs help. And I think that that's why forming strong relationships is so awesome, because it makes it to where you don't have to go through those times more difficult. It makes them easier. It makes them more bearable, because you have people to lean on that can make the bad times good. And like, you've been a consistent source of positivity and love in my life, that like, if you were never in my life, maybe I would have found it somewhere else. And I do still have other people in my life that provide, varying sources of love or goodness to me, but you, like any specific person that comes in your life, like, you provide something different, just like I do for you. Because, like, even if I wasn't in your life, you have friends that love you and support you that you probably could have gotten by with, but then I came in and I maybe added a little something different. And that's what life is, like building, continuing to build and create new things that vary your days. And yeah, sometimes I'm good at talking. I feel like I kind of repeated myself a lot there, but yeah, I think my life would have a little less light in it if I didn't have you in it.
That's nice.
Got him. Nice. Suck my dick.
Yeah, shut up, bitch. Yeah, okay, let's see.
Now tell me. Talk about how I'm awesome.
All right, so like I'm actually gonna go through like a what if scenario. Jax never met Katie. Like, if you know those like fucking what if what if Steven never met the Crystal Gem or something like that. So let's see. All right, let's see. So July, was it January? It was 2018. January 2018. And because that's when I made the other tweet, and I was just like, okay, whatever. I think I was in a dead space at that point where I was just like, I don't feel anything. My heart's broken. I fucking hate everything. Well, I wasn't that. I was just like in a dead space of just whatever. And then like I just made the tweets, and I was just getting by, and I was just like, okay, yeah. And then you responded. And I was like, oh, that was nice. She seems nice. And then I was like, okay. And then I kept talking. And it felt very genuine. It wasn't like a, hey, follow me back now because I talked to you. I was like, okay. Now it's just like, okay, she's nice. And then if I didn't have that, it would just been like, oh, just going on with the day. Let's see. I guess MomoCon. I would have still went to MomoCon because I was going with the guys. I just wouldn't have like met you. I probably would have ran into, but it would have been very I just went, oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah, excuse me. And then like that would be it instead of like the talks and stuff like that over funnel cakes. So that would have been different. So I would have just been like going through MomoCon, just yeah, whatever. Just like I'm having fun with the boys. Yeah, that's it. And so let me see. That would have been, I didn't get to have my open up moment. So yeah, that sucked. Anime Expo. That would have been way different. Oh shit, that would have been way different.
Anime Expo would have been so different without you.
Yeah, that would have just been like, oh, I guess I'm walking around because these two fucking rabbits are just going at it, and the other guy, he just wants to play video games, and then the other person is just like, they're just doing their own thing. So I'm just walking. I would have just been walking around by myself. Probably would have got bored. So until Rob showed up or something like that, but then I just went with it. But then like we had such a bonding experience there that like made me go, oh, I'm opening up more. I feel good. I feel warm inside. That's good. That's nice. So that would have been that. So then let's see, Dragon Con probably. Well, I still have gone to Dragon. Yeah, I think I probably would have. Though when my friend dipped out on me, the only reason I decided to go was just because, oh, Katie's gonna be there. Aww. I can hang with them too. Because it was like he dipped out on me last moment. I was just like, oh, I can just get my money back. And I was like, oh no, Katie's gonna be there, so I can go hang out with them. So that was another bonding experience.
Yeah, Dragon Con turned into a Jordan Katie Con too, and you got to hang out with Zach, and we had our cookie adventures.
Yeah, we had cookies, and then we came over to my room, and then Sid was there, and then all the other friends were there. So like that was cool. That was fun for the first year, so that was cool. Yeah, that was a bond that made me open up more. And then after that was your graduation. So I would have never been to your graduation. So I would have never met like people close to you. So that would just been like, I would have never had my Whataburger again. So yeah, there we go.
You never would have gone to Alabama, probably.
I would have had my Whataburger. My Whataburger. That's the thing I miss the most, man.
Of course. Naturally.
Okay, yeah. So I would have had that, which was another bonding. All of these interactions woke me up to be a lot more warm, because again, like after a heartbreak I was pretty dead inside, and then like I was started going through personal stuff that I won't say, but I was just like, oh yeah, I like this person, and I would talk to like my other friends about it, but it was good to hear like a hot girl's perspective on it. So I'll just be like, oh, okay, yeah, what should I do here, Katie? And I was just like, oh yeah, this. So that was a good perspective, and it was able to help me open up, be a bit more,
the
be a bit
hot
more
girl perspective.
Yeah, hot girl perspective, and give me like a good friend perspective of just like, oh, I'm feeling down, and I have 2 other people to talk to, because like I have a lot of friends who I think I have like I have like 3. Yeah, like I would say like 3 and probably 2. Yeah, probably like 2 friends. Like I have 2 friends I can open up to and just be like, I need a talk, a therapy session talk, and that's you and of course Sarah and all that other stuff. So like it's just those are really good for me to have, because otherwise I feel like I would just be hounding. So like sometimes if I feel like I'm hounding one of you, I can always go to the other one. But it's like good to have like multiple sources. So like she helped me through that. Like especially at other con, like I was going through stuff that was just like horrible for me, and Katie was the only one to like I could like just open up and cry to, stuff like that. That was really good. Like I couldn't do that with anyone else at all. Like besides like other friends and stuff like that. And so like that was really really helpful. And so, like that was it was good to be someone I needed to lean on, someone who showed they cared about me genuinely, and someone who was always there to talk to me. And I'm not tearing up, bitch. Shut up. I'm not tearing. Shut up. Shut up.
This question's bringing out whatever.
The love. And so like, and then, I love you. There. Okay.
Wow,
stop. I'm tearing up.
How dare you?
Why am I
love you
tearing
too.
So gay.
This podcast is so wholesome. What the fuck?
No. Fucking
we have to
dragon titties.
tell more dick jokes.
Dragon titties. There we go. That's
wow, it's not like I care about you as a human or whatever.
Yeah, shut up. Go to the next question. Go to the next question.
So bottom line, I think we've changed our lives for the better. And like, I think that friendships are important because they bring in something new to your life. Like there's a musical called Company that I really enjoy, and it's about like an older man that's like been single like forever, and like and all of his friends are married, and it kind of goes through like his feelings about like love and like being alone, but also how he likes kind of being alone, and like but how kind of the purpose of love is to vary your days and like have someone there that you can share your days with, and like how it brings different perspectives and different experiences into your life that you wouldn't be able to have by yourself. And like there's a lot of stuff you can take from Company, but that's like one lesson that I kind of took from it. And that Company mostly talks about romantic love, but I think if you really want to, you can also interpret it as other types of love too, because I mean, all relationships bring different things into your life.
Yeah, exactly. Like my robot girlfriend will.
Of course, naturally.
Perfect. Yep.
Naturally.
That'll be the one person that'll get me over everything. Yeah.
My teenage robot life.
Yeah, exactly. In the suit too. Oh fuck yeah, she was so bad in her freaking human suit. Oh
my god.
She was so hot. Oh dude, you should cosplay that, Katie. You have like the freckles for it.
Jenny, teenage robot.
Yeah, remember Teenage Robot when she was human?
Oh yeah, I'll have to look up a picture of that.
There, I'll link it. Well, you talk.
Oh my god. Mayhaps.
And take us to our next question before we get all sappy and
shall.
gay and shit. Yes,
okay,
come on.
so I'm going to go to one of the questions from our email. This is, they wanted to be anonymous, so I will respect that wish. And it says, "Hey, Jordan and Katie, my question is basically about small talk and how to not look like an alien when talking to people. All my life, I've been a kid who just doesn't really understand how to not stand out as a weird person in the room. I always try to treat others with respect, but it seems like it isn't mutual. For example, in my first day of college, that was this year, I'm 19 and it was before the pandemic, I was trying to find my class when a random girl asked if she could look for her class with me. I said sure. We were looking for the same class. We talked a little in the process, and then we found it. And the first thing that she did was go to the group of girls and say, "Oh my god, this big dude is so weird talking, what's his problem?" And that shit fucked up my entire week. I know in that situation she was the one being the asshole, not me. But things like this happen so often that I just don't really know what the problem is with me. If I've had to guess, I guess it would be that I look kind of intimidating. I'm tall, I'm big, I have a deep voice, I'm black,
Jason
and I have
style.
resting bitch face.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah.
That's freaking cool.
At the same time, I act so fucking awkward. Anyways, thanks for reading the email. And sorry for the bad English, I'm Brazilian. And yeah, that is the question.
Dude, you look like a badass, all right?
Dude,
you're like what? You're like 6'5", like wide. You got to go sideways through doors. All right, dude, that is so
hot.
fucking cool. That is so. I don't give a fuck. Like, no, I'm gonna give you the talk that my friend gave my other friend that I remember hearing when he was like this. He was just like, dude, you do realize you're like freaking a 6'5" Hulk, all right? You don't have to worry about what other people do. Look how small they are. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to turn you into a monster, but my friend was like telling us, like, don't feel bad about all these other people. I mean, look, you literally have to look down on most people, and you're sweet as fuck. You're like a cool dude. All right, so anyways, well, to go off that, first off, it's like your Chewbacca is like, again, it's like that whole Bane thing. I just want to say this to you to remember, you're a badass, dude. Don't be an asshole, but you're a badass. If you're like that tall and you walk through doors and you got a nice voice and stuff like that, and you're awkward and sweet and a himbo, whatever, like you're a cool dude. All right, like as far as I'm concerned, just from you talking this, you're cool in my book. So fuck this bitch. All right, fuck her friends. And then she can go, can you believe this guy tried to talk to me? Shut the fuck up, lady. All right? Yeah, it's whatever. So anyways, you just go, hey, man, you just be chill. Just talk to people. If you're like when you say awkward, what do you like ask awkward things? Because there are some people I know who are awkward, but they like will ask awkward things too, so it's just like, okay, I don't know. So it's just like, so your like, bra size, like what are you size? It's just like, no, God, don't ask that right away. You just met someone. Don't I've seen people do this too, and I'm just like, I know. Bruh, shut the fuck up. Well, it's just just be calm, be chill. It's just like, okay, so like let's say hypothetical, we're walking together. All right, so boom, 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 boom. All right, so I'm 6'5", walking from my class. Oh, yeah, where's my classroom? And this like person comes out. Oh my God. Oh, do you know what class? Do you mind if I follow you to class? They're like, oh yeah, sure, okay. So walking. They're like, so are you new here? Oh yeah, I just moved in. Ah, cool. Where'd you move from? No, just here. What about you? Oh, well, I'm from here. See, conversation's going like pretty chill at this point. It's just mellow, talking back and forth, respectful, nothing awkward, stuff like that. And it's just like, yeah. So, wow, you're really tall. Oh, thanks. You know, I got it. But you just like, oh, thank you. I guess I ate my Wheaties or something like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. And stuff like that. It's just like awkward silence or something like that. It's just like, oh wow, you're really short though. Like, I mean, like, that could be like it's just a mixed thing because you're just meeting each other. Because, like, this is just reminding me of how much I hate meeting new people because I hate small talk with new people. Because it's just like, I always have to, like, adjust myself to just like, okay, what's comfortable with them? What can I say that's not going to make me look weird? What's comfortable just like this? And it's just like, okay,
everybody feels that.
Yeah, so you're just walking, talking. It's just like, yeah, so what are you studying? Oh, I'm studying this. Oh, cool. And then, like, let's say you get to the class, like, just normal, easy conversation like that. It's just, like, simple conversation. Like, the only awkward thing is just, like, let's say, like, someone's, like, you talk about, like, I don't know, oh, you're wearing a Pokemon shirt. Oh, so you like Pokemon? Yeah, actually, I'm the biggest like Pokemon fan and this or something like that. Now, to people who are uninitiated, that can come off like if you start like hounding about like, oh yeah, I love Pokemon because like back when I was a kid, I really collected all the cards for Pokemon, and so when I grew up, I just started getting more and more Pokemon stuff like that. Now, if you've never met this person before, even if like you're passionate about it, and that's great that you're passionate about it, it can be like it can turn into a like, okay, what's this guy talking about, something like that. But if you're just like chill about it, like, oh yeah, I've been a fan of Pokemon since I was a kid, stuff like that, and then like you see how the conversation goes, because like this is what Katie and me always talk about, is just throwing your energy out, and it's just throwing the basketball court in each court, just bouncing it back and forth, and it's calm. And then if she's just like, oh my fucking God, this weirdo was talking to me about Pokemon, and like I would just be like, excuse me, bitch, now listen here, lady. No, so I just like, no, don't do that, but like if you were just like, I just look at her just like, really lady, okay, like just like, yeah, whatever, like I'm not even worried about you freaking ants, all right, look at me, freaking giant. But yeah, like that's the thing about it. Just be calm, cordial, and collected, and then just like chill. Don't like over expend. Like think of it like a hose. All right, think of it like a hose, like where you're like you're spraying water through the nozzle, and it's just like transforming. It's like going from a nozzle to a cup, and it's just like, oh yeah, the hose is spraying into this like cup or bowl, and it's like a perfect nozzle, so like it fills it up perfectly. But if you're just like spraying shit over just like spraying it all over the place, and it's not gonna like, it's gonna spill, it's gonna get everywhere, then you look like it's just, it gets messy.
I had a few things I wanted to say on this question.
Yes.
Because I think your expectations can be really important, and the fact that you're like
self-aware.
Yeah, I really was gonna say the fact that you're self-aware is a really big first step, and I think that everyone struggles with feeling like, you know, they're weird or they're this or that, and everyone, even the most extroverted person, can go into a situation, and if it's not with the right people, not really be sure of themselves and not really sure what to say or do. And it's all about kind of going into situations with your expectations kind of in your court. Like, don't give other people the power to like make you to like fuck with your mental state without your consent. Like, and you know, sometimes it's hard because sometimes you can't control how you feel. But for example, like Jordan was saying, if you go into a situation, like especially if you don't really have a lot of established friends and maybe you're trying to make friends, because that seems to be what you're saying here, is that you're having a hard time kind of meeting people and meeting new people and wanting to kind of maybe establish like some friendships and all that stuff. And this person maybe seemed nice, and then like they turned around and immediately they were kind of an asshole. And that's, you know, obviously sign number one that that person is not someone you should be friends with. But I think that if you go into like all these new situations and you just know that I'm a good person, I'm going to do and be respectful to others, I'm going to walk around and know that I'm good, and if someone talks to me, I'm going to treat them with respect and just not put too much out there, but, you know, kind of just like, you know, create a lot of positive memories. Like whenever I'm talking to anyone new, my goal is never, okay, I want to talk to this person and I want them to love me. They have to love me and invite me to their bar mitzvah. It's like, no, like I go into it with like, okay, can we have a genuine moment here? Can we have a moment where we have a conversation about whatever it is we're talking about? And at the end of the conversation, who knows? Maybe we'll never speak again. Maybe we'll never this again. But they'll have a positive memory of me. If my name ever comes up again, they're going to at least remember, wow, that person was like cool to talk to. They didn't come on strong. And if you're worried about about the nuances of having a conversation with someone new and how not to come on strong or how not to be awkward, honestly, I think that there are some easy ways that you can kind of combat that. Jordan covered a few of them, in that like when you're meeting a new person and they're not as familiar with who you are or your interests, don't just all of a sudden throw all of your shit at them, but rather ask about them. Like, don't say so much about you, but ask questions about them. Not prying questions, you know, like again, like not your bra size or this or that, but like
so how's your sex life?
If someone is in a situation where you guys could talk, just make it about, you know, maybe the current scenario, like you're in class and it's like, oh yeah, this assignment, or oh, the weather, or this or that, and treat it kind of like as if I'm genuinely interested to hear what you have to say, but if not, I'm cool either way. I think we're just two humans in this room having an experience. And if they maybe don't seem like they want to talk, that doesn't always mean that like, oh well, they must hate me. It can also mean like, maybe I just don't want to talk right now, because you could also have that feeling where you could just be sitting there, we want to be alone, and someone starts talking to you and you're just like, dude, I'm just trying to sit right now. Like,
I'm just trying to mind my business, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to mind my business. So, you know, feel that out. And, you know, sometimes you can kind of get a sense for that. And yeah, I think when it comes to like maybe being afraid of being intimidating or trying to create like real relationships, I think that it's important to figure out what are some things that are really important to you, and activities or events or things where there's going to be people that share some of this common interest or things like that. Like those are really good places to start, whether that's, you know, clubs or this or that, or, you know, maybe online, or if you're in class and maybe there's people that sit around you and you notice that like they are talking about an assignment or this or that, like kind of maybe adding a little bit to that conversation, but never adding more or less than just like the casual amount. Like, because people can sense, you know, when you're like, oh my god, please love me or please like me. But if your only goal is I have something to add here and I'm just going to, and then I'm going to mind my business, people respect that. Like,
yeah, I do something like, I remember when I was in like middle school, there was this person I wanted to be friends with because they were talking about Dragon Ball Z, but I didn't know how to approach them. So all I did was just like have like a little, I maneuvered my thing to be out that I like Dragon Ball Z too, like have a little like Dragon Ball Z like manga out, and then like they walked by one day and like, you read Dragon Ball Z, and then they just started the conversation organically.
Exactly,
so sometimes like maneuvering some, if you know, like if you overhear a common interest,
set
like a fly on the wall
for success.
Yeah, exactly. So if you overhear like a common interest, just be like, yeah, you know, I can like maneuver this little thing like there. So yeah.
But then emphasis on your expectations are important because you have control over your expectations. So if, you know, for example, with this Dragon Ball situation, if you get into a mindset where you're setting the manga like out and you're starting to feel yourself get upset that they haven't noticed it, that's when you're in dangerous territory.
Yeah, exactly. You just like put it out chilling.
Yeah, you're never entitled to anyone's time or feelings or whatever. But, you know, if you can set out little auras, little things that showcase like stuff about you, and maybe you hope that they notice. If it's starting to seem like they're not going to notice, then like, okay, then that's fine. Like, never, because you never want to come off as desperate. But, you know, if for example, like you're just reading the manga one day, like don't just like be sneaking glances at them or something. But if you notice that they have their manga one day, you could maybe, instead of starting the conversation with like, oh man, that I love Dragon Ball Z, instead of just saying something like that, you could be like, oh, have you read the new chapter? Or, oh man, like, I really think that it's interesting, like what they did with like this character, and then, you know, feel it out. And if they want to talk about that, then cool. And if not, then you can be like, oh, okay, cool. I just think it's really cool that you like Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
Yeah, just kind of like super casual, super like non-committal. And then if they seem to like lean away from it, then just show it has no skin off your bone. Because if you react like, man, fuck you, why don't you want to talk to me? That's never
then that's like always a fucked up thing. Because you need to like do it like it's like a tether, like a thing, like it's like a rope situation where it's just like the tighter you pull, the more it can hurt you in the long run. But if it's like loosey goosey, and then like you're both like walking with each other, then it's just like, oh yeah, this rope connection is becoming a bond that is fluid and loose and comfortable. But if you're both like tugging away, then it's just like, oh yeah, if you're forcing something, like trying to pull them back.
One life lesson that I've learned is the more that you let go, the more control that you have. And honestly, when it comes to making like friends in situations like class or this or that, like one thing that I found that has genuinely worked to create like, not maybe like best friends, but like, you know, those class acquaintances that who knows, maybe they could elevate to friends, and maybe sometimes they have. But if you're just in a situation and there's like small talk happening and you find kind of that opening to talk, just asking like, oh man, dude, so like, how's your day been? Or like, oh man, like, so what classes do you have going up? Like asking super those casual questions and just genuinely listening and not looking for an opportunity to say your stuff necessarily, but just genuinely asking about them as a person. And then if they ask about you, then there you go. Like, cause if people are offering questions to you instead of you feeling like you need to offer information to them, that's when you know that something's getting somewhere. Because a lot of the time people want to talk about themselves. And if you create kind of a passive situation where maybe they can do that, that can lead to like bonds, because then they're going to instantly know like, okay, this person isn't just conceited and trying to show me something. They're just genuinely wanting to know who I am as a person. And I don't feel like pressured to like give them any info, but like, you know, we're just in class having a good time, and that can sometimes lead to some stuff. And if you feel like you seem intimidating, or you feel like intimidating or something like that, I think, you know, we can definitely all have different experiences with the way that like our looks can affect stuff, or like our aura can like affect stuff. But I think people do genuinely notice when someone is making an effort to be a good person. And like, because I've definitely been in class with people that I'm sure if I looked at them, like they were super like bigger than me, and like, oh man, like they had a really deep voice, but you could tell in the inflections and the way that they spoke that like, oh, this is a person that's really chill and they're not trying to start shit, versus if they had like a huge energy of like, man, fuck you, and like,
I'm the juggernaut, bitch. Hey, Charles, I'll beat the
like
shit out you.
Like
Get
if
off
they're
me,
like
bitch.
yelling or like constantly trying to talk about themselves, or like if they're just in a situation where they're making people uncomfortable, then like, okay, maybe that's like a sign there. But like if you're just, you know, being humble and going into situations and you seem pretty self-aware of trying to make people comfortable, I think you're really on the right track. That was a long answer. Hope some of that helped.
Next.
All right, why don't you get to our to that other community?
I think I will get to the next one. I said
Hell
it,
yeah.
so I'll.
Yeah,
do
he
it.
said it. He said it.
Laurie, look at that picture of Jenny. You could cosplay that. That's Jenny.
Let me see. Let me
in
see
her
here.
human form.
Oh, hold on. Let me get to the.
Look at.
Oh yeah.
She just looks like Wendy's and Pippi
She looks like
Longstocking, which you are.
Oh my,
so, yeah,
oh my
so
god.
Let's see.
Shoot.
All right, let's see. All right, I actually had a question for each of you to answer specifically from your Twitters. First, Katie, what would be a snack you could bring back from the grave if you had the chance, since you're always talking about sweets? And for Jax, since you said if you were spanked for being bad as a kid, how do you think you would have turned out if you weren't spanked? Also, to add on to that, since people called you fat as a kid, if someone showed you love and acceptance back then, would you still work out like you do? Much love. Great to hear the pod is back. Dean. Aw, Dean. Well, I'm going to let Katie go off first.
All right, I've had my answer for the rest of my life. And I will stand by these two answers. Okay. The first one is the Oreo Cakester.
Yeah. Those are good.
And the second snack is, it's the Caramel Crunch Bar.
Yep. You know how to make those? I found a recipe how to make them.
It's a crunch bar with this melty, gooey caramel every time you take a bite that falls out of it, and it's the best fucking snack. Those two snacks are the best. Jordan, I will fight you. I
just said I learned how to make those. Why would you fight me now? I tell you how to make them.
Give it to me now.
I'll make them next time we hang out.
Hell yeah. Yeah, those are my two all-time ultimate like favorite snacks that I miss every day. Like Oreo Cakesters, there was a time in my life where I would eat one every day and I never got sick of it ever. I still taste it. Oh, I miss them so much.
The golden ones were best.
I never tried the golden ones.
They were so much better than the regulars.
Oh my god.
Like they were like 10 times better than the regular. It's like comparing spicy nuggets to regular nuggets where it's just like, okay, yeah, this is far superior.
I tried the spicy nuggets from McDonald's the other day, and actually I think I got a really good batch because they were really good.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, this is a weird way to describe them, and it's probably not true, but I have a theory. It tasted like they had like Dorito on them, like Dorito crust.
Yeah, the Dorito crust. Yeah, they were really good.
That's what it tasted like, and like it was really crispy, and I love crispy, crunchy stuff. And like, yeah, I think those spicy nuggets, I might have to order them again just to see if it was like, if I just happen to get a really good batch, because I want to see if it's consistently that crunchy. Because if it is, those might be my favorite nuggets.
Those are fucking good.
And in the barbecue sauce, oh my god.
Yeah. Man, they were good by themselves. They were good without barbecue sauce. They were good. Yeah, they were fucking awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, they were also
That's a good quality nugget if it's good by itself.
Oh, yeah, it was good. But yeah, those are very simple. Those are the two snacks I would bring back from the grave and I would die fighting for. So Jordan, why don't you get into yours since yours is more darker.
This is funny. So if I wasn't spanked as a kid, would I be? No, I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm an asshole. All right, like I'm just gonna tell you straight up. If someone like real talk. Like, if I was just, like, being told... Like, I'm like my friend... Me and my friend Mike had a whole discussion about this the other day.
Yeah,
Because it's just, like... It's so valid. Because it's just, like, okay... So, if my only punishment was... We're going to sit down and talk about this... Or, like, you go to your room... And, like, you ain't going to do shit to me. Like, I know my stupid... See, the thing... I know myself better than anyone. And it's just, like... Oh, God. If I did not get a spanking for that... I would have just been, like, talking back to so many other people. So, yeah. I'm one of those bad kids... That, like, if you didn't... Yeah, that would have been bad. Also... with the whole love and acceptance thing, oh God, no. So this is honest truth. This is so true. But like, okay, so this is the thing about me. If someone had came up to me when I was like my chubby anime fanboy self and went, Jordan, you are beautiful just the way you are. You don't listen to those other people. You are fine just the way you are. Okay. I know myself better than anyone else. Okay. So I would have just been content. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm great. And so I would have just like let myself get like fatter over the years and just like not care. Like, yeah, I'm great. So I would not be a fitness junkie like I am today. So like, it's one of those things where I low key am very grateful that I was just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna show you motherfuckers. So like, it's a very, for me specifically, yeah, that I needed that right there because like, that's how I respond better. I respond better to that sort of talking than like the nice, because like, okay, because it's different today. Like I'm a very person about like body positivity, and if you love yourself and you genuinely love yourself, you're not lying to yourself, you genuinely love yourself, I'm all about that. And I always tell people this: if you want to see the best body positive thing in anything ever, watch episode Weighing Harold of Hey Arnold. It's the best body positive thing you will ever see in your life because it's about Harold from Hey Arnold, the hefty kid who like was he was gaining, he was always called like the fat kid, whatever. And so like he went on this cruise to lose weight, but he started stress eating the entire way there because he was just like, I can't lose weight. So he started stress eating the entire way. So he actually got like fatter the weight when he came back. And so like everyone was just like, oh my God, can you believe how big he's gotten? And so like this whole episode of him just getting bigger and bigger. And then Arnold finally goes and talks to him. And it was just like, Harold, I have a question for you. Back then, did you ever think you were fat? He was like, what? No, like, did you like yourself? Did you ever think you were like, no, I liked myself. I liked how I was. And then Arnold's like, well, we can get you back to that, man. Just be happy. And so like the rest of the episode is him like eating cleaner and exercising and doing stuff. And he's just like gets back to his old self. And it was such a beautiful lesson. Like that is something that should be shown in schools. That is such a beautiful thing. Cause it's like, there's a difference between like, you know, saying it, but then you don't actually believe it yourself. You're just saying it to make yourself feel better, but actually feeling good. So I love that episode. I request it to everyone to watch it. It's so good. But yeah, for myself, I'm telling you straight up right now, yeah, you needed to be like firm with me just to be like, okay, yeah, no, whatever. Cause I need that. I needed that. Like cause like, as a matter of fact, what's his name? Mike Tyson, he talked about this on a podcast recently where he had let himself go and then a coach pulled him aside and was just like, Mike, what's going on, man? And so he was like, oh shit, you right. And then like he was like some of his friends had been noticing him getting that way, but they never said anything to him. Like they thought he was getting that way and they never once brought it up to him just because it was like, oh whatever, just let him like have fun, do his shit. And then he got all mad. He was just like, man, like if you're my friend, you care about me, and you think like I'm doing something to pull me, all he had to do was just pull me aside and say like, are you okay? Is everything good? Like, what's going on, man? Like, you just pull it aside. And then, like, I love that. I love that whole message. Like, because, like, the thing is, like, for me, if I genuinely love you. Like, if Katie was just like, oh, you know what? I'm going to do crack cocaine for the rest of my life. And everyone was just like, yeah, you know, Katie just does crack these days. And she's fine. Just whatever. I would fly down to Alabama. And I'd be like, honey, are you okay? Do you need to talk? I love you. You know this, right? You're my best friend, and I love you.
You'd stop me from doing crack cocaine?
Yes, I would. And I would just like go like, you know, we're going to fix this. So yeah, it's one of those things like,
thanks,
if
Jordan.
if I care about someone, or like if someone cares about me, I want them just to pull me aside and not let me do something that is actively harming myself personally. So like that's my whole mentality on that. But that's my thoughts. And yeah, thank you for the question, Dean.
Hell yeah. Well, all right, let's get to our next question.
Boom.
I'm going to take another one from the email.
Go ahead.
Let's see here. Okay, this comes from Naku in the email. It says, hey, Jackson, Katie, since I am basically the king of procrastination and want to be more productive, what do you do in order to be as productive as possible?
Oh, God. Oh, there was fuck. Let me find it. I found a great quote recently that I was just like, fuck, this is such a great quote. Hold on. Katie, you can talk while I find this great quote.
Okay, well, while he's finding a quote, I'm going to kind of share with you kind of a butchered quote that I've heard as well, because expectations are so important. And I think that it's important to note going into this situation that you aren't put on this planet to be as efficient as possible. You aren't put on this planet to constantly create like work for others that doesn't fulfill you. Like, when it comes to productivity, when it comes to mapping out your day, you can try to maximize efficiency all day, every day, and it will wear you out if that's your only goal in mind. Because it is also productive, and some people don't think of it this way, but it is also productive to take time to, you know, cater to your well-being, or to take time off, or yeah, exactly. Honestly, like to take time to do things that genuinely just feel good, that aren't towards a goal, that aren't towards some bigger picture thing, unless you want to look at it from the perspective of, well, me taking care of my body and eating healthy is towards a bigger goal because it's my health. Then in that case, sure. But like, but you don't have to gamify and like productivity-fy everything. But with that perspective in mind, once you have that in mind, that's when you can start building. That's when you can create a productive schedule, and you can chart out your day into more of a situation where like, okay, here's the goal that I have, and I want to take steps every day towards that goal. And so here's how much effort I'm going to put towards that goal this day. And then some days if you work more, cool. If you work less, it's okay. as long as you also make time for example, I have to sleep. I have to get good sleep. I have to get good time socially with friends, because if I don't talk to another human, I'll go crazy. I have to eat. You have to eat. You don't skip a meal to be productive.
Make sure you pooping.
Stop and you eat. Yes, and you poop.
You
like
pooping.
shower.
Make sure if you're
Take care of your
pooping, that means you're eating enough and your body's doing exactly what it needs to.
Exactly.
So you make sure you eat today.
So there's like the beginner's tip in there, and then now Jordan can say his quote.
Here's my advanced trainer tip that I got from a coach. That's just it helped me so much, because I'm just like, oh my God, yeah, they're right. So for me personally, this works like a dime. So like the whole thing about like procrastination is it can stem from a little lack of discipline in yourself too, where it's just like I'm putting something off consistently when I know I should be doing something that's going to benefit me. And so like this is what my coach told me a long time ago that I say because I love it. And it's just like, okay, discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So when you don't want to do something, be excited, because when you don't want to do something is the only time you get to use your discipline. But if you don't do the thing, then you're not going to get it. Like you've missed out on training discipline, and now you've instinctively, in a lowercase, made yourself weaker in a scenario. So like this is the way I always put it. So I love this quote so much, because it's just like, okay, I am going to procrastinate. I don't feel like doing this workout, or I don't feel like doing something that is going to benefit me today or for the long run. I just feel like spending 8 hours doing this. And again, like Katie said, the whole, like, if you need a day off, that's completely fine. But if like those days start to add up to being like majority of the week, that's when we have a problem here.
Yeah.
So exactly. So that whole thing of like, whenever you feel like, oh, I'm starting to procrastinate, like realize, oh, this is a discipline training moment. This is the only time I get to train my discipline. And that's important. Like I have to like focus on working right now, and if I get it done, I'm gonna feel way better once I get this done. All right, sweet. So I'm doing it, and then you feel a sense of accomplishment. So it's just like, oh wow, I did the thing. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna do. All right, sweet. What else can I do this way? And like just keep always reminding yourself that like when you don't want to do something, that is when you should be excited, because like, oh, you get to train discipline today. You do not like this helps me so much with so much work to get done. Like I've been like able to just crush so much work with this mentality, where I noticed like before I would kind of push it off and be like, I'm going to be lazy today. And then just like, no, don't be lazy. Train your discipline. Like there are days like, okay, so like what I do, I have proctored days for myself off, or sometimes I'll just go like, okay, this is just not happening right now, so I'm just going to take a break and do it. And that's completely fine. And I'm all about like making sure to take active rest, to like make sure you just go, okay, I need this to recover. I actively need this to recover. If I don't, then I'll do it. But then I notice for myself, especially, like there are just some times where it's just like I get a bit too comfortable with just being lazy, and it's just like I need that kick in the butt to go, no, stop doing that. And so like for me, I give myself 2 proctored days, like for like either it could be the weekend or it could be 2 days throughout the week, whatever. But I give myself 2 days where it's just like I don't worry about anything. I do whatever the fuck I want. I eat whatever the fuck I want. I just vibe and chill the hell out. Cause it's like when you relaxing feels so much better after you accomplish something. If you just relax every day, then it loses its like specialty.
I have a really good quote about that, actually.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. I love listening to Critical Role. It's one of my favorite D&D podcasts to listen to. And Caduceus, who's one of my favorite characters. You didn't tell me to watch Critical Role.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. I said a long time. I will find the tweet. I was like, Katie, you should watch Critical Role. Because like you and Tommy were let me
rephrase. If there was a time you told me, you weren't the person that got me to watch Critical Role. There were other people that specifically made me watch it. Like,
do you want to put money on this?
No, what I'm saying is there could have been a time where you might have said to, but the person that actually actively made me want to watch Critical Role wasn't you.
Oh, really?
Because there were lots of people that told me to watch something, but you know, everyone has a different person that actually pushed them over the edges to do it.
Okay, whatever. I'll find it.
Yeah, so you might have tweeted at me too.
Keep talking. I'll find it.
But yeah, so so this quote that I really, really enjoy, and I think that it can kind of apply to when you're feeling like, oh, it's okay to be lazy today. Oh, it's okay to do this. Caduceus said, patience is fine, but it can curdle into apathy. And that was a really fucking deep quote for me. Because sometimes you can tell yourself, oh, I'm just being patient. I'll wait for this, or I'll wait for this. I don't have to take action right now. I'm just being patient. But then that curdles into apathy. And apathy means that you slowly stop caring and you slowly stop seeing, like, you're breaking down those patterns and those pathways to the point where you lose sight of the goal and you just settle into what's easier, which is, I guess, not caring or not doing. And that's why I think it was such a powerful quote, because when it comes to, like, you have a bigger goal of something that you want to do, and you say, oh, I can do this tomorrow, I can do this part tomorrow, or, oh, I'll take care of that next week. I'll just, be patient, be like, take this break, but that can curdle into you just dropping it. And if it's important to you, and you don't want to drop it, you have to keep up those neural pathways. You have to keep up those patterns of making it something that is a consistent, normal thing in your life. So if there's a job that you want to get done or a thing that you want to get done, you have to make an effort sometimes, because sometimes it won't just naturally come to you. A lot of the time it will, because when you establish a pattern, it becomes easy and just a part of your day. And whatever you want in your life, you have to create a space for it to be the new normal for you.
Yeah. But when you excel, when you're good at making excuses, it's hard to excel at anything else. So stop being a little bitch and just get the fucking work done. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Stop being a bitch and get your work done.
I have another quote too. I had told this quote to my friend in college, and I actually had a call with them the other day because they wanted to, like, catch up, and they actually started, like, this new job, and they'd moved across the country, and they just, like, wanted to chat because they had potentially a thing that they were offering at the studio that they were working at for me. And I was like, I think I'm okay. I'm pursuing other things right now. But, like, it was really cool that they called, and they told me, like, man, Katie, there's this thing that, like, you told me when we were just hanging out one night that sticks with me, and I still think about it every day. And it made me really awesome that I could make an impact like that something I said could stick with someone and help them. And what I had told them was, we have unlimited time. It's about what you prioritize that time towards. Like, so whenever you want to make an excuse of, oh, I don't have time to do this or this or this, it's like, that's technically not true. You have unlimited time, but it's about what you want to prioritize and put towards that time. And there's nothing wrong with, hey, if there's this one thing that you don't want to do, and you just say, okay, I'm not going to prioritize that in my life. I have all these other things that I want to accomplish. It's okay that I don't accomplish that thing, because not everything is meant for you. But if there's something that you want to do and someone asks why you aren't doing it, and you say, oh, I just don't have time, that's not true. The answer is, oh, I just don't think that's something I want to prioritize at this time. And that's okay. Just like, because saying you don't have time can sometimes be an excuse. Because you have to accept that it's okay to not do everything. It's okay to not accomplish all the things. It's just, and it helps you. It'll help you sleep at night if you can face that and just say, this isn't for me right now. And maybe it never will be. And that's okay. But I'm accomplishing these things. And focus on the things that you are accomplishing, not the things that you aren't. If there's something you aren't putting your time towards, that's awesome. Because that means you're putting your time towards things that do matter to you and do bring you fulfillment. Let go of the things that aren't for you. And that's okay.
All right, the best form of self-love is getting things done and being productive so you can help those around you. And a disciplined mind leads to happiness. An undisciplined mind leads to suffering. Remember that. That is something that stuck with me so often, and it's so fucking true. So fucking true every time I remember it. And it's paid off for me tremendously. But yeah, that's it. So go get it out. Stop being a little bitch and get shit done. Next.
Hell yeah. All right, next question. You had one more from the community.
What do you usually watch on YouTube? That comes from Daryl.
All right. Do you want to go first?
All I usually watch on YouTube is podcasts, animations, and reviews. Yeah, that's primarily it. Yeah, podcasts, animations, and reviews. That's what I usually watch. Like, because the thing is, like, I used to watch a ton of fitness channels too, but now I'm just sort of like, I've learned a lot, so it would just be like me repeating something I already know to myself. Sometimes I will, but I don't go out my way to watch fitness channels anymore. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna drop a few channels that I consistently watch, like channels that consistently bring me joy that I watch. Team 4-Star. I love watching anything that they upload. I love Something Witty Entertainment. I love their Bridge series whenever they post a video. Critical Role, whenever they upload to the YouTube channel the stream, since I can't catch them live as much, I like to listen to my D&D on YouTube. And The Unexpectables, I listen to them through YouTube sometimes if I can't catch the live stream. One of my favorite channels of all time, they also create a podcast that I listen to religiously because they give the best life advice about random situations or just about life in general. And every one of their videos consistently inspires me and just brings me joy and brings me new perspectives on life is the Vlog Brothers. You know, they're one of the oldest channels to ever, you know, exist on YouTube, and they've consistently built over the years. And they have a podcast called Dear Hank and John, and it's actually like one of the inspirations for this podcast. Dear Hank and John is one of my favorite podcasts of all times, and they just, you know, talk and answer questions about life or about random situations or funny things or science. And they consistently inspire me with the way that they look at the world and the way that they examine the world, and it makes me really happy to be alive whenever I hear them say anything. Like, yeah, so the Vlog Brothers is one of my favorite channels of all time. I also, let's see, the Round Table. I really love listening to the Round Table talk about cartoon theories and stuff, because one of my favorite things to do when I watch a show is I love theorizing. Like, I love trying to figure out what's going to happen. Like, sometimes it can be annoying when I'm watching with someone and they might be like, okay, Katie, I don't want to, like, theorize about it. I just kind of want to watch it. But, like, to me, it's fun after the episode to be like, all right, what do you think's going to happen next week? Like, it's a fun thing that I enjoy doing. And so I love the vlog or the Round Table because all of their videos are them theorizing and picking apart things in the episode. And I just think that's so fun because it really showcases like how much effort that the teams that made these shows put in. And they probably really enjoy that people are noticing these small details. And like one quote that I've actually had to kind of take to heart, like, because I think everyone can kind of fall into that pitfall, like, early on when they start examining writing, is just because you might be able to see where a story is going doesn't mean that it's bad writing. Just because there can be something that might be predictable doesn't mean that it's bad, because sometimes a good story can still be a good story, even if it's been told before in a different way. And so not every show that you watch has to be some groundbreaking, like every single thing is this unpredictable drama. Every single aspect of this show is subverting every trope. Like, there can be those elements that do make a show really great. But, like, it's also okay if there are elements that, like, you know, are building on the shoulders of giants, that are taking something that works, utilizing that as well, and then maybe crafting other elements of the show to be different. But, like, you know, because there's nothing truly new under the sun. And I know this is a really long tangent, but I think the Round Table does a really good job at making videos like that and talking about really cool theories about shows that people are interested in. And they do a lot for the animation community. And I really appreciate and respect those guys. And yeah, let's see. Another channel. There's this indie channel called, what's their name? Jack's Blade. He's this, like, YouTuber fitness person that he's pretty cool. I've never like met the guy, but he seems really down to earth, and he like likes to make like this Tough Like the Tunes series. It's pretty cool. He seems pretty entertaining, and yeah, he seems like a pretty genuine person. So yeah, I subscribe to him, and I occasionally watch a video.
Yeah.
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 You still there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
I real quick, I want to actually go to my YouTube, and I just want to look through my subscriptions right now and see if there's anyone that I'm missing.
Okay.
Let's see here. Ooh, a new Vlog Brothers video. Gonna watch that later. Oh, Brentalfloss, actually. Brent, he started uploading again, so I've been watching his songs. Oh, there is one other YouTuber I've been watching a lot lately. CDogVA. I really enjoy his videos. He's
right.
really funny. He's really funny. I really like his stuff. Let's see. They also do the Trash Taste podcast. I love listening to the Trash Taste podcast. That's CDogVA and Giguk and the Anime Man. Let's see here. Sungwon Cho. I love watching his food videos where he reviews food. The Game Grumps. I really like watching a lot of the Game Grumps. I don't watch every Game Grumps video, but if they do like something particular that I like, then I'll watch that. Yes, right. I think that's it. Dr. Crafty, but I'm on that channel, so I guess that would just be shameless plugging. And then obviously Kruby Productions, but I'm on that channel, so it's like, yeah. But yeah, I think those are all the channels that I like religiously watch.
Nice.
Hell yeah. All right, let's see. All right, we have one more question. Let's fucking do it, fam. Are you ready, Jordan?
Let's see. Procrastination. What's going on? Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Did I read the last one, or did you read the last?
Oh, no. Yeah, you read the last one because it was from your community tab. So I will read this last question. So this is from Enigma Prince. And it says, "What's going on, you two? So I was thinking on my life and my perspective on things that I value and that are important to me amidst everything that's going on. And I want to know from you two, how do you see things as they are from your perspective, and what does life mean to you from your own views and beliefs? How do you keep an optimistic mindset and outlook, and what drives you on getting from one day to the next? I know that this is a loaded question, but I hope that hearing your answers will ease my burdens and dark, miserable thoughts about the state of things IRL." So yeah, I guess my interpretation of the question is, how do you stay positive when things suck?
Remember how awesome I am. Duh.
Yeah, duh. Honestly, same. I just remember how awesome Jordan is, and then I'm like,
Damn right.
Things aren't so bad.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually do want to get serious for a minute, though, because while that is a joke, there is actually some seriousness to that, in that genuinely, the people in my life, them being consistent sources of light for me, actively makes me believe the world is better, because people like that can exist. And the fact that I could be someone to someone else that makes maybe them feel better, I think we're here for each other. And, like, this got, like, really heavy really fast, but, like, no, seriously, I genuinely think that it's the people, the connections that I make, the real human connections that I make, that help me get through the day. I think community is really important. And community can be different. It can mean a different thing to different people. Like, community could mean, oh, I have this skate derby thing that I do every Thursday, and I see the same people there each week. Or, oh, I have this Discord call that I get into once a week with my friends, and we watch cartoons and we comment on them. Or then maybe we talk about life. And finding people that share your morals and values and that want to actively see you succeed, and finding people that you want to see actively succeed and wanting to make each other better. I think that's what life is about, and that's what my perspective on life is, and my thing that gets me through is the love that I have, and the love that I have the honor to give to other people. And that's super hippie, but that's genuinely what helps me sleep at night, is that. Yeah.
Cool.
Dab. What about you?
I don't really think about it that much. I just sort of, I'm a creature of habit. I just go through the day. Like, I work out to be stronger.
Yeah.
So if someone comes at me, I can fuck them up. I eat food because it nourishes my body. I eat tasty food on the weekends to do it. I just, honestly, I don't I just think about like very things. Like, sure, the stuff Katie mentioned, but then, like, I don't know, just going through the motions and stuff like that. Like, I'm very much, because the thing is, right now, I'm just very much just going through the motions in a circle, whatever. Just like, that's it. Mm-hmm. That's all I can do at the moment. Like, that's all I literally do. Like, I'm not thinking about, like, in the grand scheme, like, oh, what can I do to be happy? It's just like, oh, whatever. This makes me laugh. I'll watch it over and over.
Yeah.
I can cook and learn something. Whatever. But it's not like, there's nothing like there's like a whole thing. I guess, like, if I was hanging with people, it'd be different. But right now, it's just, besides the thing Katie said, it's just like, oh, just go through the motions. Yeah, whatever. Just, that's it. Just going through the motions right now. Just like right now, I'm just trying to get 1 million subscribers and $1 million. Yeah, 1 million subscribers, $1 million. That's like my main goal for myself for the time being, besides my other goals for myself. But yeah, like, just, I guess that's what wakes me up. Just say, okay, if I do this, I'll get close to this. If I do this, I'll get close to this. But then when I get to it, it's just going to be like, oh yeah, well, I made it. And now I'm just living life however I want. I guess it's the cool thing about having money is financial freedom to do whatever you want. So, like, that's the cool thing. Like I said, I can literally do, I guess that's what I want. Freedom, financial freedom Freedom. Yeah, there we go. That's the thing I want for myself. Freedom to do whatever I want, go wherever I want. And that's what financial freedom does, besides the stuff adding on to Katie's stuff. So yeah, that's for me.
Yeah, I think to add on to yours too, because obviously, you know, like the value in personal relationships is really important, but there is kind of a fulfillment that you can only give yourself that no other person can give you. And that is actually something I didn't touch on too, that I think Jordan has really found, like, Jordan's been really good at, is when it comes to like making goals for yourself, challenging yourself, and finding things that fulfill you personally, and being able to share those things with others, and being able to like bond with other people over that stuff is like also, you know, a part of what makes it so exciting to, you know, to get to new heights, because you can be like, oh, look what I did, and people can be like, oh, that's really cool. But like, you know, succeeding in private and just, you know, showing your results, not talking about it, but showing your results, and being able to meet milestones that you set for yourself, and genuinely finding those things that you aren't comparing yourself to others for, like, because it's easy to compare yourself to others, and even to feel a high when you're accomplishing something that you're like, that someone told you not to do, or that you couldn't do, and it's like, no, I accomplished this despite what you said, fuck you. But like, for example, like in my life, there's lots of little goals that I've set, like when it comes to like becoming a better adult or voice acting, and like there are times where I compare myself to others, and sometimes there are motivations that are comparing themselves to others, but there's also times where it's like, you know, I genuinely just want to have a genuine conversation with my friend, and my goal is I want us to be able to have like a moment together that we can remember, and nobody else needs to know about it because it's just for us, and that's like something that fulfills me, like in that I could go into a situation and make someone's day better. Like, I guess that comes back to personal relationships though, but it can still be like a goal that I set of like, I really want to feel a genuine connection today, and I think that I've done something that maybe like can give advice on this thing, or this or that or whatever. Or maybe I want to play Animal Crossing today, and I'm not going to tell anybody about it. I'm just going to go play, and I'm going to build this fucking waterfall, and it's going to look so pretty, and maybe no one will see it, but I see it, and it's something that makes me happy. Like, yeah, little tangents there. But yeah, when it comes to the darkness of the world, setting personal goals of things that make you happy, but also just relationships. I think we answered that question, but I want to read through it one more time just to make sure, because it seemed a little vague. How do you stay optimistic? Like, what gets you from one day to the next? Yeah, because I definitely have consistent times where I have very dark thoughts or very dark moments, but the things that drag me out of those moments are kind of the people that bring me back to earth, and then the goals that I set and that I meet that I guess push me forward to feel like there's something I can still do. Yeah. To me, I don't think about it. It gives me fuel, because my anger is my fuel, so it's perfect. Yeah. Hell yeah. And then, of course, you know what they say, like, every day is the next day closer to your next taco, or your next awesome porn, or your next awesome, like, visual novel, or your next great conversation with a friend. Yeah. You just gotta keep working through it so you can get to that next cool thing. And, like, fucking, it's pretty rad. And maybe you'll find some really good hentai. And then you can be like, oh, that was really good hentai. Hell yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then your friend can send you hentai, and you can be like, damn it, stop. Actually, this is really good. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I think we made a podcast, Jordan. Yeah, we did. Holy shit. Yeah, we did it. Woo. Woo, yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, Jordan, where can they find you? You can find me on Twitter at JaxBlade Fitness. You can find me on Facebook at Jordan JaxBlade Downs. You can find me on YouTube at JaxBlade, and everywhere else JaxBlade. Hell yeah, you can find me on the internet at Connie Day Official, Kaniday Official, on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Connie Day, Kaniday. You can find me at Kruby Productions, KRWBY Productions on YouTube, Dr. Crafty on YouTube, Dr. Crafty. pretty cool shit. And of course, you can find us in this podcast. We have some uploaded on the YouTube channel. We don't upload there anymore, but if you want to go listen to old episodes there, you can. But you can also find them on SoundCloud and iTunes. And of course, we have a Patreon, the Weird Flex But Okay Podcast Patreon, where for $1 a month, you can just support this little show because we want to make it. And for $2 a month, you can do the same thing, but we'll shout you out in the episode. And that's pretty cool. And occasionally, we've uploaded a few pieces of bonus content there that you can go listen to if you go on the Patreon. Whatever tier you're on, you can access all of it. And and there's also like little random status updates we might do once every now and then, or we might do silly like things in there like that I'll just post. Like sometimes I'll just make random journal entries in there. So if you just want to see that stuff, it's all there for you to view. So for $1, $2 a month, you can do that, and it just helps the podcast. And right now we make enough to where we can just make it and it pays for itself. And honestly, if we never made any more, that'd be fine because I just love doing this. But if it got to the point where it made a bunch of money, then maybe we could put more time to it. But you know, it's just like, that's how it be. I just love doing this, and I love reading the emails and seeing the comments from people that this seems to help. Like there are people that have said, and sometimes people that have DM'd me like, thank you for that episode because I think that was a perspective I really needed to hear today, and like that makes me really happy because that's how I feel when I listen to podcasts.
One step closer to stop being a little bitch. So that's good on you.
No, I'm always gonna be a little bitch. Honestly, it's never gonna stop.
It's true. It's true.
You've known me for 2 years
day
now.
by day, boys.
I'm trying. I'm punching walls. I'm doing my montage.
Good.
Well, hell yeah, dudes. Well, we'll catch you next time. Catch you on the flip side, my boy.
Later. Have a good one, y'all.
Later, Gator. Bye.